D, and we are getting ready to go. As taking a look at the starters, we'll start with Lisa Stone's group. As Jackie Kemp, she was Player of the Year last year in the conference, leading the A-10 in assists. The junior will run the point. Player of the Week in the A-10 is Sadie Stepanovic, as she was able to average 24 points last week, and the Billikens 2 wins, and they've won 8 of their last 9. This is a team that's playing with a lot of confidence. Lisa Stone entering her 5th season at St. Louis, and last year they were winners of the regular season. They're looking to do it again here tonight. For Dayton, well, they're going to be starting with Sasha Grant Allen. It's senior night, 4 seniors recognized, 2 in the starting lineup, and Sasha averaging close to a double-double on the season, 9 points and 9 rebounds.
It's going to be a great battle.
Green in her first season has done a fantastic job with this squad, has got hired on in September, and here we are with the Flyers, a chance of playing for the regular season title. Flyers have sort of controlled this series as they were able to win their last time out against the Billikens on January the 15th. We're in the home white uniforms. This is Sasha Grant Allen, high post. Had it knocked away, loose ball. It is picked up by Jackie Bisek. And here's Jackie Kemp in the front court.
First meeting with UD in St. Louis, really, the UD really attacked the paint and really put the St. Louis on their heels. And they're looking to do the same thing today.
Here's Jackie Bisek, who's able to get around Grant Allen and score it off the square. Olivia Jackie Bisek, a senior out of Cary, Illinois. St. Louis featuring 3 starters from the state of Illinois. Dayton trailing by 2 is Javonna Layfield, the junior, losing the handle. And another turnover for Dayton and Andrea. St. Louis, they're going to turn you over, but more importantly, this is one of the better teams in the country at holding on to the basketball.
Yeah, they really take care of the ball, and it really has to do a lot with Kemp and her leadership, and she is leading St. Louis in assists, so it's really going to come down to if we can contain Kemp.
Here's Jackie Bisek driving it, middle of the paint, over to Stepanovic. Missed the 15-footer. Rebound Dayton, and here come the Flyers back the other way looking for points.
St. Louis off to a great start. They're really attacking the paint. They got an inside presence. That's going to be a huge key for them.
Stepanovic, Player of the Week in the conference. Here's Canatelli burying a 3 from the left side, and Andrea, that's what she does really well.
Great sign for Dayton early. If Canatelli can get hot, she can hit 8 in a row, 7 in a row. She can just keep hitting those threes.
Stepanovic inside going against Grant Allen across the lane. Nice move. And Sadie Stepanovic able to score it on Sasha Grant Allen. That's a big matchup here tonight. As Layfield to the hoop, a fantastic drive and finish. And Javonna gives the Flyers the lead back at 5-4.
Dayton attacking the paint. They really need to keep that going.
Jackie Bisek over to Kemp. Going inside, ball deflected, and it's going to stay with St. Louis. Andrea, senior night, that's always sort of a strange night just because it's a little bit of a different feeling, but then you throw into the equation of a regular season title at stake. This is a game filled with emotion.
First 5 minutes, emotion is going to be high. The crowd is going to be rocking. After the 5 minutes, it will kind of go back to a normal game feel. But right now, they're thinking this is their last game at UD Arena.
Here's a 3. Stepanovic knocks it in from straight on.
She's off to a great start, and that's really what St. Louis really needed.
It was a nice block by Harris working on Jackie Bisek, but St. Louis keeps the possession, and Stepanovic able to bury one from downtown. 7-5, pick and roll action. Grant Allen got bumped, missed the shot. Rebound Harris, back up and too strong.
One of the biggest keys to this game is who's going to win the inside presence. Sasha is athletic, long. She can really block shots. So far, St. Louis is winning it right now.
Stepanovic, kick out. Olivia Chekabisek throws it away. This is a team, St. Louis, they have played their last 4 games with single-digit turnovers, and that's really impressive as they cherish the possession and sort of an uncharacteristically turnover there. 7-5 our score. This is Harris, high post. Transfer from Penn State, calls Lorain, Ohio home. Kelly Austria, hometown kid. Jumper, knocked it in. Confidence there from Kelly Austria, and the Flyers back with the lead 8-7.
That's a really good sign for Kelly. If she could be aggressive, this UD team is a totally different team.
Grant Allen able to contest the stop from Stepanovic. Flyers get a stop, and here's Canatelli driving it, and we got a foul. Whistle going against Kemp. Jenna Burdett going to come back into the game. Let's take a look at Lauren Canatelli doing what she does best. And on the defensive end, Alex Harris showing you why she's one of the better shot blockers in the league. 8-7 our score. There's Jenna Burdett on your screen. And Andrea, this is a good sign for the Flyers. They've played their last 5 games without Burdett.
Yeah, she has really been a huge key to their success in the beginning of the season. It'll be interesting to see how she plays. If she's going to be aggressive or she's going to kind of let the game come to her.
Layfield in and out on the triple try. Here's Jackie Bisek running the floor. Nice pass from France. And Olivia Jackie Bisek with her second field goal. Burdett wants a 3. She's got one. So how about this start for both these teams? Sorry to cut you off there, Andrea, but we are playing at some kind of pace.
Both teams are wanting to run, and that is a great sign by Dane Jenna hitting that 3. Right now, she's playing with no fear and just wants to win this game.
Sasha Grant Allen thought she had a block, but they're going to call a foul on 0-0 for the Flyers. Jenna Burdett has not played since February 1st at Davidson, but getting a 3 to go down here early. And boy, Andrea, she had a huge game when looking back at the last time the Flyers met up with the Billikens, as Kemp knocked in the free throw. 21 points against SLU on January 15th.
She was the really big reason why they came into St. Louis and really had success against this tough, gritty St. Louis team.
11-10 our score. Kemp goes 1 for 2 from the foul line. Austria trying to go coast to coast. Missed it with the left hand. Here comes Kemp. Back up the floor quickly. Spin move, lost it, and the ball picked up by Grant Allen. A deflection. It finds Layfield. Up to Canatelli. Thought about pulling it. Will drive it in the corner. Austria, we got a charge after that pass. Canatelli going to be called for the foul.
Both teams playing at a very quick pace right now.
Back and forth, the action, sort of what you might expect in a game of both teams trying to win an A-10 regular season title. Kemp driving it with the left hand, missed it. Rebound, Burdett. Nice box out on Stepanovic, and here comes the guard from Coolville the other way. Shot sent away, and we got a media timeout. Up and down. We're having
coming
fun
right
here
in
early.
here.
Look out. Oh, Andrea, you had a lot of great success here at Dayton, played in a lot of big games. What are the players sort of feeling before tonight in this game that means so much?
Well, the first 5 minutes, like I said, emotions are high, A-10 titles on the line. It's senior night. But after those 5 minutes, it really just turns into a regular game, and you're playing with your 4 teammates that you love and passionately, and you just want to win. Well,
and we've passed that 5-minute mark. So put your seatbelt on. Here we go. Kelly Austria, the miss on one end. What a drive by Jackie Kemp and a terrific find. Sadie Stepanovic on the make. She's got 7 points, a really good start for her. And that last set, Andrea, is sort of what St. Louis is. That's what they're all about.
And it all started with Kemp getting into the paint and dishing it to your teammates. It really goes all with her.
Sasha Grant Allen on the other end had it knocked away. Nice job by Sasha to regroup. Drives it on the right side and score it. And the Flyers are back on top.
It'll be really important for Sasha to get going in this game and really make an inside presence for UD.
Well, she made it there as they get a stop. Stepanovic on the miss. Here's Jenna Burdett. She's been out since February 1st, but looks good here early. Canatelli also looking good. 2 triples for number 24. And the Flyers 4 of 5 from downtown from 3 here as we've just played a few minutes.
Canatelli's getting hot from the 3. St. Louis got to get out on those 3-pointers.
Stepanovic didn't want it. Back out front. Jekabisek will move it over to number 4. This is Carrie McMahon as she goes to the hoop, and McMahon, some kind of basket, took some contact and able to finish. Dayton lead cuts it to 16-14 the count. McMahon, a transfer from Akron, calls Michigan home. Here she is defending Burdett on the catch from Grant Allen. Grant Allen gets it back. Seisha from 10, missing off the back rim. St. Louis looking to run on the run out. Oh, missing it was Jenny Valit.
St. Louis really pushing the pace.
Flyers back the other way. Canatelli gets knocked to the ground, and we got a jump ball. It'll stay with Dayton. A couple of changes. Jordan France back into the game. For the first time, it'll be Jayla Scaife for the Flyers. And Alex Harris checks back in, going off Canatelli and Grant Allen. Jayla Scaife, a big game at St. Louis. As Andrea, she provided a huge spark off the bench.
Yeah, it's really going to be important for the Dayton to get their bench going and really get productivity out of their plan.
Alex Harris working hard underneath. Got 2 really good looks, unable to convert, but able to get a couple of offensive rebounds, and with that, we got a foul. Lauren Canatelli had 7 threes against Davidson, and she's got it going here early, and the bench loving it.
Great sign for Dayton to get Canatelli really going on that 3-point line. She becomes a huge threat, really spreads the floor for the Dayton team.
Layfield to the hoop, missed it on the left side, and here comes France back the other way for St. Louis. Kemp inside, Stepanovic has had the hot hand. Takes it into Harris, missed the shot, rebound Dayton, and Scaife looks to push. A freshman out of Muncie, Indiana. Gets to the foul line, knocked away by Stepanovic, picked up by Jekabisek, and here comes Kemp the other way. McMahon working on Scaife. Goes to Player of the Year in the conference a year ago, and boy, averaging close to 15 points and 7 assists a game. Kemp might be a back-to-back Player of the Year candidate. Here, just 7 seconds to shoot. McMahon not really realizing that, and just sort of jacked the shot there. And on the miss, Dayton coming back the other way, and a charge going to be called on Burdett. And Coach Green's not excited about it.
No, Jenna trying to make something happen and puts her shoulder down and gives a little love tap to St. Louis to get the charge call.
Billikens last year were 13-3 in the conference. Winners in the regular season. They were unable to come up with the conference championship as McMahon with a nice drive. Austria, fantastic steal. And here comes Kelly back the other way. She loses it out of bounds. And McMahon doing her best job of getting back on the play.
It's going to come down to gritty defense, who can stop the fast break and really get out in transition and get some charges like St. Louis did. This pace is just so fast for both teams.
Here early, Dayton shooting 80% from 3. They are 4 of 5 from downtown. Got about a minute to play here as Kemp working on Layfield. It's a really good matchup. McMahon now with it on the right side. Wild shot. Stepanovic on the rebound. Finds the cutter. And missing it was Valit, but she gets it back. And now we got an issue with, I think, the shot clock.
Offensive boards are going to be huge in this game. Last meeting they had together was 19-18 offensive boards. Dayton edging out with 1 extra. It'll really be interesting to see who can win the rebounding match in this.
Lisa Stone, you saw her there on the screen. Done an outstanding job at St. Louis in her 5th year. There's Layfield knocking away from Kemp.
Kemp, all-time assist leader at St. Louis already as a junior, and she really makes things happen.
There's a 3 from Jordan France. That's what she does best. She is the best 3-point shooter when looking at 3-point field goal percentage. As on the year, She's shooting 42% from downtown. St. Louis with a 1-point lead. Shot clock turned off. Flyers looking to possibly hold for the last shot. Here's Burdett finding Scaife. Jayla to Canatelli. Long two. Got the roll. So we'll see if the Billikens can get a shot. Kemp into the front court. Doesn't realize it, and the horn will sound. Wow.
What a great time for Dayton with Jenna Burdett.
18-17 out, and most likely it'll be either the team that loses here this evening. But Andrew, that bye in the Atlantic 10 tournament is just so big.
It's really, really huge. As a player, you get the extra rest. You really get to watch and get kind of relaxed to go into the A-10 tournament and really make a run for the title.
So we're back to action. This is Valit. Moves it over to Jackie Bisek. To Kemp. She'll try a three. Missed it on the front rim. Rebound, Jayla Scaife. Flyers on their first trip down the floor in the second quarter. Scaife right to the hoop. Missed it. Rebound, Harris. One dribble, and she was fouled.
No one picked up Scaife in the middle of the court. She just right to the basket.
It's a nice offensive rebound by Harris as she's getting to the line. 49% free throw shooter. Talking about that battle in the paint, Andrea. If you're Coach Stone for St. Louis, you got to be really pleased how your team started.
So far, so good for St. Louis. It's 10-2, St. Louis advantage in the paint. Really right now, the UD is winning on the offensive boards with a 5 and St. Louis with 3. So both sides are battling.
Harris missing the first free throw. Sort of update from that George Washington-Richmond game. They've played one quarter, and it's George Washington by 7. Harris, her first point in this game, comes at the charity stripe, and 19-17 our score. Flyers were a 78-67 winner against St. Louis back in January. Olivia Jakubisek to Valit to France. Boy, she is such a dangerous three-point shooter. And we talked about Lauren Canatelli. She's the same way.
France is if she gets going for that St. Louis team, she is a huge threat for them with Kemp as well. She kind of had a off game in their first matchup.
Here's France driving baseline. Sasha Grant Allen threw it away for Dayton. France going to try another three. Missed it long, and the rebound comes out to St. Louis as Valit was able to run that one down. Great defense by Austria denying Kemp. Stepanovic, though, a nice job protecting the basketball. Driving it is Jackie Bisek.
Dayton doing a great job keeping St. Louis out of the paint.
Here's the three. Jackie Bisek in and out. Rebound Dayton. 20-19 the count. Dayton trailing by 1. It has been back and forth from the jump.
Starting to slow the pace up for both teams right now, running sets and really just trying to attack the basket from their sets.
We've had 12 lead changes here early. Austria with 4 seconds to shoot. Finds Scaife. He's got to let it fly. Missed it. Rebound. Pulled down by Jackie Bisek.
Not ideal for Dayton to shoot the ball at the end of the shot clock. It's not really what they're looking for. But St. Louis, once again, great defensive possession.
Valit unable to connect on the three. Here's Scaife back the other way. Pull up. Yes! A lot of confidence from the freshman.
Scaife really has a great jump shot when she gets comfortable, and she's really looking for that, and that really helps the Dayton team.
Jayla had a career high the last time they played St. Louis. It was 16 points. Here's Stepanovic. Had her shot blocked by Grant Allen.
Great example of Sasha just using her length and not fouling.
Talking about Jordan France. Such a dangerous shooter. But you got to give Jayla Scaife some credit. Coming down, hand in her face, and just burying it over Kemp.
She's not a normal freshman. She came right in here, and she's not afraid to shoot the ball.
Here we got a 5-second call as Kemp unable to get it in on time, and we got a change for St. Louis. Checking in for the first time tonight, Madison Gitz wearing the number 42. Kemp going to take a breather too as McMahon back into the game, and We talked about Kelly Austria being a fantastic defender. McMahon, sort of the same thing for St. Louis.
She really gets after the ball and really the handler, and she's not afraid to get beat and get up because she knows her teammates are behind her.
Giovanna Layfield using all that rim. And she gets it to go, and the Flyers now with a 3-point lead. Stepanovic working on Grant Allen. Terrific defense,
Great defense
and 3
by
in the key.
Sasha. Another great defensive possession by Sasha, using her length and athleticism.
Shauna Green, boy, what a year the Flyers have had. Got off to a really rough start, but they were able to find their game in December down in Orlando. A win against Texas A&M. They rattled off 11 straight.
They really had a tough non-conference team. They had 6 big conference games and really just got off to a wrong start, but Coach Green turned them right around and got them ready for the Atlantic 10 run.
Burdett missing the 3. Here's St. Louis into the front court. This is Gitz. Moves it right side to Valit. McMahon to Gitz. Olivia Jakubisek. France, 2 threes in the game, guarded by Austria. 8
Great
seconds
defense
to
by
shoot.
Austria.
Gets shot blocked by Grant Allen, and what a defensive stand there for the Flyers.
Sasha just really making her presence known on the inside and blocking shots, getting rebounds. Hustle plays will make this game.
Andy Sikovic was recognized before the game as one of the 4 seniors. And a nice touch by the University of Dayton, playing all the national anthems for their international players. Sikovic from Croatia. Here she is with the hook. Missed it on the front rim.
Offensively, Andy really can come in here and take over the game. She has a lot of great moves.
23-20 our score. Gitz to Valit. Back to Gitz, guarded by Sikovic.
Great defense by Dayton so far, really keeping the St. Louis team on the perimeter and out of the paint.
McMahon, travel. So another turnover for St. Louis, and this is a team that doesn't give it up all too often. They got 6 here early. Jackie Kemp going to come back into this game. And going off will be McMahon.
Dayton does a really great job on the defensive end, just keeping him out of the paint and really turning that defense into offense, going right into transition.
Burdett into the front court. Here's Austria. Nice move. Kelly, pull-up jumper. Thank you very much. My goodness, Kelly Austria with some kind of move and score.
What a great move. Then she gets a deflection. All around great player. Kelly Austria really just goes straight to the basket, attacks.
Boy, Austria using great work of the ball screen. And I say that in a way where she didn't use it.
Yes, everyone in the court thought she was going to come off the screen, but Kelly is such a smart player. She knew that she had a wide open basket if she would deny it.
This is Gitz, long 2, missed it long. Rebound Layfield. Flyers on top by 5. And they turn it over here, as that's a possession that Dayton would want back. But Flyers off to a nice start, 25-20, our score.
And so far, she kind of had an off game last meeting with UD, so she's really getting it going in this first half.
Billikens trailing by 5. Here's Kemp.
Looks like Dayton's in a zone right now, kind of to switch things up against St. Louis, and it seems like it's working so far.
This is France, over to Valit. Burdett and Austria up top of the zone. France driving it, finds Kemp. Cross-court pass, Valit wants a 3, yes.
Great pass by France to find the open shooter.
So Valit, her first basket here tonight, 25-23. Burdett back the other way. Finds Kenatelli, has not missed. 3 for 3 from the field. Kenatelli leading all scorers with 8 points. This is Burdett, gets a ball screen from Sikovic in the corner. Layfield, 10 seconds to shoot. Javana, what a move! Going reverse, and Layfield with 6 points.
Javana is at her best when she is attacking the basket, and that's exactly what she did, and the Dayton team really needs her to keep that up.
27-23, Valit out front. This is France. Inside, Stepanovic. Player of the week in the conference. Shot got blocked, and we got a foul on Sikovic.
That's her first.
Be huge to get St. Louis on the free throw line and really get that going.
See the score from Layfield just blazing by the defender and able to score it off the square. Stepanovic missing the free throw. On the season, a 75% free throw shooter. This is a team that shoots it really well from the stripe as Sikovic goes off. And coming on will be Grant Allen. Stepanovic, last 2 years, has been all A-10 third team. When they pass out the hardware next week, I would be shocked if she wasn't first or second team.
Really having a great year, and she's at her best when she's getting that ball on the inside and really pounding it in. And thanks to Kemp and France that really opened the floor for her. And when they're all going, they're a really great team, and they can't be stopped.
Stepanovic, second all-time in scoring at St. Louis. She gets a break here on the substitution. Canatelli misses, but Grant Allen taps it out in a fresh 30 for the Flyers.
What a great hustle play by Dean right there.
Grant Allen, guarded by Gitz, finds Burdett on the curl. Nice dump off the Layfield. Missed it, got it back, up, no. Rebound St. Louis, and the Billikens look to run. France into the front court. Goes to Gitz on the block. Looking for Valit. Will find Kemp top circle. Guarded by Austria. Kemp back to Gitz. Knocked it in from the baseline.
Kemp once again creating for her teammates, getting into the middle and dishing it out.
Gitz leads this team in scoring off the bench. It's a St. Louis team that has played with the same starters all year. Lauren Canatelli got a good look. Missed it. Burdett back. Canatelli thought about it. Now she'll step in, miss it from 2. Rebound, Grant Allen, no. Back up, off the mark. Grant Allen a third time, and she was fouled. Andrea, the Flyers are getting offensive rebounds, but they're having a tough time making that into points.
Even though they aren't making them right now, it's very encouraging as a Dayton fan to see them getting the offensive rebounds, really going after the ball. Those shots will fall for the Dayton team, but right now, Stacia is just doing a great job on the defensive end and offensive end.
Dayton 0 for their last 7. Sort of a lid on that basket right now for the Flyers. Grant Allen on the season, 67% free throw shooter. Knocks this one in. We're talking about Sikovic being honored before the game with the national anthem. They played O Canada for Stacia Grant Allen. Calls Hamilton home.
Been really a great player for UD, all-time leading in offensive rebounds here. But what a great honor. Just really says how much she hustles on this court.
Grant Allen knocks in both free throws, and it looks like some full court pressure being put on by Dayton.
I think Dayton's trying to get more pace in this game.
Kemp going to the hoop. Dump off. Stepanovic. Too easy. And nice job by St. Louis scoring off that pressure.
It's tough to pressure Kemp. She's, like we said, one of the best point guards in the country.
Burdett. That's the center logo.
Jenna doing a great job running this offense. She does not look like she hasn't played since the 1st of February. She keeps attacking the basket.
Misses there. Kemp goes back the other way and is able to make it. And it's St. Louis with the lead. Burdett was picked preseason All A-10 first team, but again has missed most of the month of February with an injury. Here's Austria. Will reset. Austria guarded by Valit to the hoop. Missed the shot. Rebound St. Louis.
Kelly, keep attacking that basket. She needs to be aggressive. Right now, it's just not falling for Dayton.
Dayton has missed 9 in a row. Olivia Jakubisek over to France. 6 points in the game, guarded by Burdett. Finds Kemp. Only player in St. Louis history with 1,000 points and 500 assists. Stepanovic along too. Wow, she is locked in as she's got 12 points here in the first half.
St. Louis is rolling right now. They love this pace and they want to keep it up.
3-point lead is a minute to play. It's Grant Allen working on Stepanovic. Oh, what a hook shot. And we got a timeout.
That's what a senior does. She stopped the drought and she really just went straight to the basket.
Boy, Grant Allen got 12. And when you got things rolling, you just can't wait for that next game.
Yeah, she really is playing great basketball right now for the St. Louis team. They're on a huge streak, winning 8 out of 9, and she's a big part of it.
Back to action. St. Louis by 1. It's a 12-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Kemp, penetration, working on Austria. Tough shot, missed it. Kelly showing you why she's one of the better defenders in the league.
Great defense to really make Kemp shoot a tough shot.
Canatelli stays hot. Buries one from the near side. 3 triples from number 24 from UD.
You know when you're smiling after a shot that you feel pretty good in the game. She's doing a great job.
5 seconds. Kemp on the drive. Kick, Stepanovic, corner, Jekabisek. Missed it at the horn. Dayton has got the lead going into the locker room. And the Flyers fired up as a game that's got a lot at stake.
What a huge
lose on senior night, but the idea to have to come back and do it again. Time will tell. Dayton and St. Louis, the first 20 minutes, electric. We'll see what happens here in the next 20. Dayton with the basketball and a 2-point lead. Canatelli leading the Flyers in the first half with 11 points. Here's Layfield to Canatelli. Thought about the triple.
We'll be very important to see if Dayton can keep this string of attacking the basket and Canatelli really taking control of that 3-point line.
Grant Allen missed it. Loose ball picked up by Kemp. So St. Louis able to get a stop. Billikens have numbers if they want. Here's France. Let's go with 3. Missed it long. Rebound Canatelli.
Pushing the pace again, once again, just how the first half started in this game. We'll see if it continues.
Pick and roll play. Harris missed it, but she was fouled. She'll shoot 2.
Great pass by Canatelli. She's not only a shooter, but a great point guard for this team.
Lisa Stone didn't like this call. And Harris, kind of surprised she went to the other side of the rim, but earns 2 free throws here.
Harris has been a huge addition to this Dayton team, really giving it length and athleticism.
Boy, athleticism's the word. She has got unbelievable bounce and some serious strength on the inside. Harris missed the second free throw. Rebound Layfield, back out, and the Flyers have got a fresh shot clock to work with.
What a great hustle play by Layfield, really getting after the boards, not giving up. That's what this Dayton team is all about.
There's Austria dribbling around the perimeter, looking inside to Grant Allen. They'll go there, had 6 and 6 in the first half. Kick the Layfield, 3 off the back rim. Rebound St. Louis.
That's a good possession by Dayton, though. Even though it didn't make the shot, Seisha got inside and kicked it out for the 3.
Austria going to be called on the foul. First foul. Not many fouls in the first half, Andrea. As we got a change here as Gitz comes in, and going off will be Valide, but officials let them play in the first half, and I think the individuals in stripes with a really solid 20 minutes.
Yeah, they've done a great job really controlling this game, and Kelly really knows how to play defense without fouling and really depends on her help defense if she gets beat.
7th turnover for the Billikens. Here's Layfield back the other way, lost it. Harris unable to put it in, but once again she's fouled, and she'll go to the line. And Layfield, and what you were sort of talking about earlier, Andrea, defense leading to offense.
It's huge for Dayton to really start on the defensive end and control Kemp and France and really just get transition points like they did there.
So Harris, we saw her 1 of 2 on her last trip just a few seconds ago, and that's sort of her on the season. She is a 50% free throw shooter. Get some encouragement from her teammates, and we're going to see Valit come back into this game. What's going off will be Olivia Jackie Bisek.
Harris did a great job staying on the boards, even when Layfield was attacking the basket and just lost the ball. She got the hustle play and got the foul.
Flyers trying to come up with some points on this trip. Harris knocks in the free throw. So all 3 of her points coming from the charity stripe, and that's the difference right now in this game. As correction, Dayton on top by 4, 36-32. Largest lead for the Flyers in the first half was 5. For St. Louis, it was 3.
Dayton really relying on their defense to start up their offense right now, and it so far is doing wonders for their offense.
Here's Gitz. Finding Kemp, 8 seconds to shoot. Guarded by Austria. Kemp. Pick and pop. Valit. Missed it. Rebound. Fought for. Gitz able to grab it. Finds Francis. Underneath. Stepanovic. Missed the bunny. Rebound Harris.
Missed opportunity for St. Louis. They got the offensive rebound. Looking for a putback, but just couldn't get it to go.
Here's Harris working her way in the lane. And 1. Alex Harris took the contact, able to score it, and she's really finding herself here in the third quarter.
What a play by Harris. She was a little upset at herself the first 2 times she got fouled this half, and she finally got the extra 2 points.
So now the Flyers with their largest lead of the night. Harris trying to complete the old-fashioned 3-point play. Missed it on the front rim. Dayton in this game, they are 5 of 9 from the stripe. Here's St. Louis back the other way with France baseline. We got a whistle and a foul on Grant Allen.
Foul is on the Flyers, double 0.
Dayton really trying to keep St. Louis out of the paint and just kind of got a little hit check from Stacia.
Burdette into the game.
Burdette's been a pleasant surprise for this Dayton team. Wasn't sure if she was going to play, but she's really been playing well.
McMahon in for the Billikens. Inbounds to Kemp. Finds Stepanovic. Nice play. And Stepanovic off a curl. Now with 14 points to lead all scores.
St. Louis looking to get her started.
Austria to the hoop, and right now the Flyers really taking it into St. Louis. And I know Harris has sort of struggled for the foul line, but one thing that I think Shauna Green might have been a point that they talked about in the locker room was trying to get to the foul line. The Flyers have been able to do it here early.
Dayton's one of their key points for this game is to really attack St. Louis, put pressure on their defense. And knowing Coach Green, she's so passionate about this game, and she really wants to get her team going by attacking the basket and getting to the free throw line.
Kelly Austria with 6 points. Knocks in both free throws, give her 7. And the difference is 6. 40-34. Here's Kemp into the front court.
It's really fun to watch Austria and Kemp go at each other.
Here's Kemp, lost it, but gets it back. Able to find Jackie Bisek. Missed the shot. Rebound, Grant Allen, and the Flyers are off running. Burdette, pull up from 15. Off the mark. Rebound, Layfield. And the ball goes out of bounds. Although the Flyers lose the possession, I think Shauna Green's got to love the effort.
Great hustle play by Javonna getting on the floor. Great pass by Stacia to start the break.
Here's Valit. Long pass from Kemp. Finds Stepanovic. Baseline jumper. That's her game. She's got 16 points. And
Dayton did not look like they were set up for that. They look a little, they're walking back on defense. They need to be aware, especially with Kemp on the floor.
Here's Austria driving and a foul. And now Flyers in the bonus. And you don't want to put Kelly Austria to the line, as she's not just the best free throw shooter or one of the best free throw shooters for the Flyers. She's top 5 in the league. And it's on the season, Kelly's shooting 84%. You know, it's funny, Andrea, on that last make for St. Louis, Stepanovic on the baseline. Austria knocks in the free throw. Kemp didn't get the assist, but that long pass up the floor set everything up.
Exactly. She has her eyes always looking up, always looking for her teammates, and really just trying to find the weakness of the defense.
Harris back on. Grant Allen off. Austria making a living at the line. Kelly's got 9 points.
I think it's very obvious that someone told Kelly to be more aggressive in the second half.
Nice play, but Stepanovic is blocked by Harris. McMahon with a terrific drive and dish. But Alex Harris showing you why she's one of the better shot blockers in the league. Here she is on offense.
Showing her athleticism and her post moves on the other end.
Drop step and score. That ball was on the rim for some time, but gravity on the side of the Flyers. 44-36, largest lead for UD.
Alex Harris has really gotten this Dayton team going in the second half.
Here we got a foul on Harris. Harris right now in the quarters got 7 points, or 6 points, excuse me. 6 points coming here in the third, and Stepanovic, she's been able to score it all night long. Free throw off the mark. This is a team that shoots really well from the foul line. And right now the Billikens, surprisingly, just 2 of 6 from the stripe.
The pace of this game might be affecting their free throw percentage right now. It's just so quick, and they don't have a very deep bench. They only go about 2 deep, and they're really, really having to rely on their conditioning in this game.
44-37. Dayton with the basketball on the lead. This is Layfield. Over to Kenatelli. 3 threes in the first half, and here she's fouled. And trying to get a hand on Kenatelli to prevent that 3. Here she's going to the line where she shoots 91%.
That's one thing. Once Kenatelli starts hitting, they want to get up on her, and she's a smart enough player to know that she needs to start attacking the basket just to get to that free throw line.
Free throw up and in. Kemp on the foul, that's her second. There's only one player really in foul trouble, and that is Madison Gitz. She's got 3 for the Billikens. Kenatelli too strong, but the ball comes back to her.
Another offensive rebound for Dayton.
Layfield gonna drive it with the left hand, reverse. Timeout St. Louis, and the Flyer fans come to their feet. Loud and proud. Dayton has got it rolling.
17 points already, not even into the fourth quarter yet. She's really playing well.
Stepanovic has got a chance. You saw there on a graphic of her being the second all-time leading scorer at SLU. With a couple of games left, and you got to expect this St. Louis team to play in the tournament. She could very well end her career as the leading scorer in St. Louis history. Here we got a foul as we get back to action. Kemp driving it. And we got a push on Austria. So Austria picks up her second, and Kemp to the line where she shoots 77%.
St. Louis really trying to get Kemp going right now. She's kind of hit a wall in the second half, still passing to her teammates, but they really need her to start scoring.
Well, and she averages close to 15 points per game, and she's had a tough time getting going here, Andrea, and I think a lot of that has to do with Kelly Austria.
Yeah, player of the year going against defensive player of the year, in my opinion, but she has done a great job.
Pick and roll play. Here's Harris. Nice defense by Jackie Busak. Austria, top circle. Flyers by 8. Austria gets a screen from Harris. Finds Burdette, lets it go. Missed it off the front rim. Nice box out by Stepanovic. And St. Louis able to get a stop. Can they get a score? Kemp trying to get going, and 1.
Huge shot by Kemp right there. Really just being aggressive, taking it to the paint, and making the basket.
So Kemp now talking about the third quarter.
She just has a great attitude to her, and she does not get down in the first half. She didn't have her best game, but she still keeps attacking the basket. 7 points, 7 assists, still producing for her team.
And she makes that free throw and turns back and says, let's go. As Flyers up by 10 and St. Louis on a 5-0 run. Here's Harris. Handoff, Burdette to the hoop. A lot of contact, and Shauna Green, the head coach of Dayton, fired up, but play on. Here's France.
See if they go back to Kemp. See if they can get her going.
McMahon. Back to France. Jackie Bisek finds Kemp. 10 seconds to shoot.
France has been quiet since the first half. Her three-pointer, and she's another player that can get hot for St. Louis and really help this team.
Well, we got a hold on Layfield off that screen, and 2 free throws coming here for Jordan France, a 77% free throw shooter. And
this could be exactly what St. Louis needs for France right now, just to get her, see the ball go in the basket.
This is that first free throw. France had 2 early threes in this game, but has been quiet. Knocks in this one. Give her 7 for the game. Cuts the lead to 4.
Possession for Dayton.
Jenna Burdett played 13 minutes in that first half. Again, missed most of the month with an injury. Here's Layfield on the inside. Loses the handle. Arrow points to St. Louis, and right now the fans sort of fired up as there's some banging going on in the paint, but St. Louis, some tough defense, and Lisa Stone's gotta love how her team responded from being down 10.
With Kemp leading this team and France and Sadie, this St. Louis team's not going anywhere, and they're really responding to Dayton's third quarter run.
McMahon gets a ball screen, won't use it, instead dribbles it out of bounds. Boy.
Great defense by Jenna, really just making the slides with her feet, keeping the defender in front of her, and great defense.
St. Louis on a 6-0 run here in the last minute 20. Dayton trying to get off 47. It's Austria looking inside. Instead goes to Burdett. Ball screen, elbow jumper. Ball might have been blocked. Picked up by Grant Allen, and she scores it.
Huge shot by Stacia. Great leadership by a senior. Offensive board. That's what she does for this Dayton team.
Stepanovic moves it to McMahon. Brought up by Burdett. France on the cut. Jackie Bisek, I don't think saw her. Instead, it's McMahon back with it to Kemp. Driving on Austria. Floater in the lane, no. Rebound. Comes out long. Austria picks it up. Austria, crossover move. Was fouled, she'll shoot 2.
Great defense by Kelly, using her length to make Kemp take a tough shot, then right back at the other end with the drive.
Boy, France not happy about that call, but you got to give Austria a lot of credit. She's been able to get to the line here in the quarter.
She's really been aggressive in this second half, taking the ball, creating for her teammates, really just trying to attack the paint and put pressure on Kemp and France.
Austria had 5 points in the first half. She's got 5 points here in the quarter, and more importantly, she is now 6 for 6 here in the third from the foul line. So the Flyers able to push the lead to 8. 51-43, so it's been a quarter of runs, and another turnover for St. Louis, a team that leads this conference in holding on to the basketball, not giving up turnovers. Boy, 2 possessions here lost for the Billikens in the third.
Right now, St. Louis has to be careful. They're down by 8. You know, they're not getting what they want on offense, and Dayton just playing really solid defense, just keeping people in front and running their offense.
Austria looking inside to Harris. Instead, we'll go to Canatelli, who just checked back in. Canatelli with the dribble. Rookie of the year last year in the conference. They go inside to Grant Allen. Spin, hook, no. Rebound. Layfield's got it, but she threw it away.
Another great offensive rebound by Layfield. Just has to be a little bit more composed to get that ball back out to Kelly. Seems like she got hit in the face, but she, you know, the refs, they've done a great job and just got to play through that contact.
2 minutes to play here in the third quarter. We got a whistle and a hold. And they're saying Lorna Canatelli had a grip on the jersey.
Right now, Dane's got to be careful with the fouls. Third on Canatelli.
So Jenny Malit, and sort of a fun story for this Billiken team, from Arlington Heights, Illinois, the same hometown as Jackie Kemp. They're both juniors. They went to the same high school, and they've been playing basketball together on the same team since 2nd grade.
Wow, that's just a special situation right there, and I definitely would not want to play their high school team when they are there.
The lead knocks in the free throw. Interesting fact about that, they went to high school at Rolling Meadows. They were state runner-up twice. They didn't quite get there, but still. Here's Burdett on the left side, guarded by Kemp. Finds Austria, and boy, both these teams now sort of throwing it around. And Andrea, do you feel like there might be a little bit of legs?
The pace is still very quick, and it's going to come down to who's going to take care of the ball, what leader is going to take control of their team and really just run their offense.
Great block by Harris. Gitz had that one sent away. Here come the Flyers on the attack by 6. Burdett over to Austria. Looking inside. Goes to Harris. Alex face up. Jump stop. Missed the shot, but she was fouled. Well, that was a late whistle, but I think it was the right call.
Great example of Alex just using her athleticism on the defensive end with the block and then being patient when she gets that ball in the post.
Now here we are with just a minute and some change left in the 3rd quarter. Andrew, do you think the bench could be really big for Dayton? I only say that because of the players that they've been able to use compared to just the 7 players that St. Louis has.
Even with Jenna's injury, if you look at it as a blessing in disguise, it really has helped the Dayton bench kind of evolve and really be a benefit to this team and have more legs at the end of the game.
So here's Harris making the first free throw, misses the second, rebound fought for, and it's going to be Dayton ball. It's really physical in the paint right now.
Just another example of great hustle. Dayton already has 16 offensive rebounds in this game compared to St. Louis's 7, so they're doing a great job and really winning the battle of the boards.
Here's Harris missing it on the curl. Talking about the battle on the boards, right now Dayton a plus 13, 37-24. But this is St. Louis team, and I think even Coach Stone would tell you their best quality is not rebounding the basketball. There's a missed shot by Gitz. We got a jump ball. Arrow going to Dayton.
Dayton has the edge of athleticism with their post, so St. Louis needs to do a better job of really just boxing out and wanting to get those rebounds.
So Dayton by 7 have led throughout here in the 3rd quarter. In the first half, we had 15 lead changes. Flyers trying to add to their 7-point lead here. Austria, left side, gets a ball screen from Grant Allen. We got a foul, and this is going against Kemp. And again, you don't want to put Kelly Austria at the foul line.
Having Kelly with the ball at the end of the game or end of the quarter is something Dayton wants, and she's been a great free throw shooter in this game.
Austria 6 of 6 from the foul line here in the quarter alone. And Andrea, you sort of made the point that maybe someone had something to say to Kelly and maybe being more aggressive here in the second half.
Kelly is capable of being the best player in this gym. She is just more passive, wanting to get the ball to her teammates, but when she's attacking the rim and really creating for herself, it opens more up for her teammates, and I think she's done a great job of that.
Kelly Austria, hometown, played her high school just a few miles down the road at Carroll. 54-45, 9-point lead. This is France on the drive. We know her as a 3-point shooter, but a fantastic move baseline, and France has got 9.
Great drive by France, really to get her going and see if St. Louis can make a run at the end of the quarter.
Kelly Austria, 15 seconds left here in the quarter. Shot clock turned off. This is Harris out front. Grant Allen, jumper, no. Rebound, hold. This is going against Dayton. Wow, Layfield's going to be called on the whistle, and that was the last thing I think you want if you're Shauna Green and the Dayton Flyers. Not only do you not take the last shot, but you put St. Louis at the line.
Big momentum changer right there if they make these 2 free throws at the end of the quarter, but Dayton will have 9 seconds to answer to it.
The lead, who is just there, 1 of 2 on her last trip and only trip here in this game. She's their best free throw shooter at 83%, knocks that one in. Jenna Burdett back into the game. Alex Harris goes off. Valit trying to make this a 5-point game. Knocks it in. So the Flyers with 9 seconds to shoot. Burdett crossing the timeline, gets a ball screen. Jenna to the hoop. Had a block by Gitz. Jenna got it back, but lost it again, this time out of bounds. And St. Louis with 2.3 on the clock. McMahon gonna grab it and go. Heave it half court. Comes up just short. Folks, don't go anywhere. We got some kind of fourth quarter coming your way. Dayton 54, St. Louis 5 points, but had 7 points in the third quarter. And we'll start on the bench here as we begin the fourth. Again, folks, if you're just joining us, the winner of this game gets a share of the Atlantic 10 title. And more importantly, a bye and an automatic trip to Richmond. Loser will most likely have to play a home game.
Dayton playing solid defense right now, just keeping everyone in front of them. It's really what the fourth quarter is going to come down to, who can play the better defense.
Scaife, a nice deflection as she got beat on the drive by Valit, but able to knock it away, and that ball last touch Valit as Dayton gets the ball back.
Scaife with a pretty good defensive possession, might have gotten a little lucky there with the deflection off the leg, but another defensive stop for Dayton, and that's all that matters.
Here's Kelly Austria. Had 6 free throws that she was able to knock in that third quarter. Leading Dayton with 13 points. Driving right side, 10 seconds to shoot. Cross-court pass deflected as Burdett was trying to find Layfield.
Kelly's going to be really important in this fourth quarter. She needs to stay aggressive and get her teammates the ball when she's attacking the paint.
5 seconds to shoot. Burdett over to Scaife. 3. Missed it long. Rebound Layfield. Boy, she has been awesome tonight on the offensive glass.
She has gotten the hustle plays for this Dayton team, and they have come up huge for this game.
Giovanna Layfield, 9 rebounds in the contest. Kelly Austria missing the 3. Scaife tried to save it, but it comes right to St. Louis and Kemp. Kemp, spin move with the left hand. Missed it. Rebound, Sasha Grant Allen. So Grant Allen out with 10 boards. Here's Scaife looking to push. Had it blocked. Got it back. Missed it, but was fouled. She'll shoot 2. And how about this stat, Andrea? 9 rebounds for Giovanna Layfield as we take a look at the foul here. 6 offensive rebounds.
She's really done a great job on the boards, and that just really signifies her heart for going to the boards every single time. 6 offensive rebounds, and she is not the biggest person on that court.
Kelly Austria going to come off. Canatelli back on. Lauren, 3 fouls in this game. Had a huge first half. Scaife misses both free throws.
Big quarter for Lauren. If she can get going again on that three-point line, it'll be huge for Dayton.
Here's Kemp. Had the ball just taken away by Burdett. What a play by the junior from Coolville, Ohio. Layfield.
What a great defensive possession for Jenna. Really just took the ball right out of Kemp's hand.
Jenna Burdett, 21 points the last time against St. Louis. Playing her first game back since February 1st. Here she is with the basketball. To the hoop. Shot block. Got it back. Finds Layfield. 8 to shoot. Canatelli to the hoop. Flips it up. No. And now a foul. This is going against Canatelli, and that'll be her 4th.
4th foul for Canatelli. Really hurts Dayton, but she needs to stay in the game and just focus on getting a stop now. Next play.
Our cameraman taking one there is terrific play by Burdett. Here's France, missed the jumper. Rebound, Valit, and 1. So Jenny Valit able to score it off the second chance. And, well, Andrea, we've talked a lot about the Flyers being able to sort of dominate this game on the glass, but you look at second chance points, and St. Louis is right there competing a lot because of those plays.
Yeah, great rebound. Really just the lack of box out by Scaife. That's why she got that rebound and really making it count. And see if this point can really get St. Louis going on the offensive end.
Missing the free throw. Rebound up in the air, and Grant Allen able to squeeze it. Grant Allen had a double-double the last time they played St. Louis, 10 and 14. 14 rebounds on January 15th, and here she's got 11 tonight. Grant Allen in the corner.
Big possession for Dayton right here. Coming off a and one by St. Louis. See if they could answer.
Here's Austria, corner pocket. Unable to get the roll. Rebound, Grant Allen, and there's a foul on Stepanovic. Sasha Grant Allen leads the league in offensive rebounding. Javonna Layfield also in the top 5, and we're seeing that here tonight.
Just the hustle of Sasha to go after that ball. That's why she got the foul call. And really helps her Dayton team.
Flyers to inbound. Layfield will trigger. Javonna looking for someone. Finds Austria on the drive. Missed it. Just there is a lid on that basket here to start the fourth quarter for the Flyers as we've played close to 3 minutes. France for the tie. No, missed it long. Foul on Austria. And Valit again. We've been talking about Grant Allen and Layfield, but Valit doing a nice job earning some extra positions for the Billikens.
She has really shown up in this fourth quarter to get the St. Louis team going, and it's really going to depend on Kemp and Valit and see if they can get this team.
It's France. 3-point specialist. We'll move it over to Jackie Bisek. Guarded by Harris. She'll drive. Missed the shot. And another block for Alex Harris. She's got 4. Burdette to Grant Allen. She'll let go along too. Missed it. Rebound St. Louis.
Sasha looking for that shot. Needs to stay aggressive and really just keep up on the boards. St. Louis trying to answer back.
Both these teams struggling on the offensive end here in the fourth quarter. We've got a loose ball, and it's going to be Dayton basketball. Well, it has been a hard-fought game, and Andrea, I think we're seeing that right now as we've played a few minutes here in the fourth. Just our score here in the quarter, 2-0 St. Louis.
Defense, like I said in the beginning, is gonna really come down to it in the fourth quarter, and right now both teams are playing great defense and really just making it difficult.
Pick and roll play, and once again, we see defense from the Billikens and a steal. Valit to Gitz. Left side Kemp. In the corner, Jackie Bisek. Back to Gitz. St. Louis. Chance to tie with a 3. Jackie Bisek with 8 to shoot. Finds Valit. 5 to shoot. Steal? No. Layfield on the deflection. Gets a desperation 3, hit the rim, and France able to grab it. Here's a foul on Layfield. That is the 4th foul against the Flyers, so 1 more, and St. Louis will be in the bonus.
Big offensive rebound by France just to get that ball and get the foul on top of it. Huge possession for St. Louis.
First time I've called the name of Jordan Wilmoth. The freshman checks in from Chestnut Ridge, New York. Here's Gitz, finding France. Missed another 3. Rebound Dayton. Flyers trying to get off 54, looking for their first points here in the quarter. Burdette try to pick and roll to Harris, and once again, St. Louis doing an outstanding job defending that pick and roll.
Second straight possession that St. Louis has gotten a deflection on that pick and roll, and they're really getting their hands in the passing lane.
Well, St. Louis has been able to get stops, but can they get a score? Here's France. Driving it on Layfield. Missed the shot. Rebound pulled down by Valit, and a jump ball arrow points to Dayton. And right now, Coach Stone for St. Louis is saying, where's the foul?
Refs are giving up a lot of contact, but it's been inconsistent, and they just need to start playing through it.
54-51. Winner, a share of the league title. Here's Harris at the elbow. Finds Burdette. Jenna looking for Layfield. Finds her in the corner. Inside to Harris. Going to work. Missed it. There is a lid on that hoop for the Dayton Flyers. But the good news for UD, they're still on top by 3. Gone 5 minutes here in the quarter, and it's just 2-0. Billikens missing another one from outside. Rebound Wilmoth. Valit on the miss, and Boy, it seems like both these teams don't have much left in the tank.
Both teams very fast-paced first 3 quarters. Right now slowing it down and really trying to score.
Jordan Wilmuth. Boy, she would have got the fans on their feet with that one, but she'll go to the line to shoot 2. And we got a timeout. This game, have to play this weekend at home. And Andrea, both these teams are really tight. And the energy that's been spent here in the first 3 quarters, I think we're seeing it here with Dayton and St. Louis in the 4th.
Yes, huge free throws by Jordan right now. She's stepping up to the free throw line, gonna knock them down, see if this Dayton team can get going offensively.
Dayton, that's their first point here in the 4th quarter. And Jordan Wilmuth, the freshman, makes both. That is a huge, huge make. And Wilmuth goes off, Grant Allen back on. We talked about Dayton's struggles on offense, but it's St. Louis who hasn't scored in the last 3 minutes. And here's Kemp trying to get her team off 51. Valit is the only points for the Billikens here in the quarter. Finds France.
Right now St. Louis trying to get things going. Kemp
in trouble, and Kelly Austria on the steal.
Kelly, one of the best defenders in the A-10, really showing up here in the 4th quarter.
Big possession here for Dayton. On top by 5, trying to increase their lead. This is Stacia Grant Allen over to Kelly Austria. Seniors on senior night. Burdette, a junior, guarded by France. 5 seconds to shoot. Layfield gonna have to let it go with the right hand. Didn't hit the rim. It'll be a shot clock violation. And so a stop for SLU.
St. Louis answering on the defensive end, see if they can get their offense going and get on the board.
St. Louis won the regular season title last year. They actually split it with Duquesne. They were 13-3. Both these teams 12-3. Flyers looking for their first regular season title since 2012. 56-51, Valit to Gitz. This is France, triple. Missed it, rebound, Valit, and another putback. Valit has got 2 second chance field goals here in the 4th quarter.
She has really shown up for the St. Louis team in the 4th quarter. She has really kept them in this game.
Valit with 11 points in the game. This is Harris to Burdette. Drive to Austria. Thought about 3. Flyers having a tough time here on the offensive end. Few seconds left in the shot clock. Layfield going to the basket. Off the glass, no. Rebound, Grant Allen. And a fresh 30 for Dayton. Timeout, Shauna Green.
Stacia coming up with another offensive rebound. Huge for Dayton. Stacia and Harris have both been tremendous on the defensive end in the post. Really made it difficult for the St. Louis guard to get any type of shot.
Flyers off that offensive rebound have got a fresh 30. It's Burdette getting a ball screen from Grant Allen. Hand off to Austria. Kelly back to Burdette, left side. Over to Austria. Going inside to Grant Allen, looking for a double-double. Kick out, Layfield, she'll drive. Trying to get it back over to Stacia. Ball deflected. It was handled by Harris, but I think it got knocked out of her hands, and then she kicked it out of bounds. So a big stop there for the Billikens.
Aggressive drive by Javonna. She did have the open shot, and that might have been a better shot in that situation.
Here's France. They'll give it up. Stepanovic has been quiet here in the second half. This is the 16-footer. Rebound Dayton. Both these teams struggling to score, but you know, talk about the energy that we had in the first 3 quarters of this game. This has been some kind of basketball game, a championship-like game, and, well, that's what it is. Regular season title on the line. Here's Kelly Austria.
Dayton really trying to extend their lead and see if they can get something going.
Layfield, triple try. Missed it long. Rebound Stepanovic. So we got a timeout from St. Louis.
Timeout, St. Louis.
56-53. We want to congratulate the George Washington Colonials. It's a one-possession game. Dayton with 2 timeouts left. St. Louis with 1. The Flyers 4 fouls here in the quarter, so 1 more the Billikens will be shooting. And for St. Louis, just 3 fouls. Possession arrow goes to SLU. This is Gitz, a 3, missed it. Rebound, fought for, loose ball, Dayton's got it. Minute to play.
Huge stop by Dayton. Now they can get a basket on this end just to extend this lead.
It was a nice play off the timeout, but St. Louis unable to execute. Here's Austria, the senior, on senior night. Big possession for UD. Burdette, 10 seconds to shoot. We got a whistle and a foul on France. So Burdette will go to the sideline to inbound, as that's just the 4th foul on the Billikens. But that is the 4th foul on France. And now St. Louis, as you look at this foul on Jordan, 2 St. Louis players with 4 fouls. Flyers been ice cold, but still with the lead. They haven't scored in the last 3.5 minutes. 9-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Correction, 12. Kind of surprised St. Louis doesn't look to foul. Trying to get a stop here. Here's Layfield on the drive. Missed it. Rebound, Harris back up. Was fouled. She'll shoot 2 to try to make this a 2-possession game. Andrea, I know that, for some folks they're thinking, well, why would you foul in a 1-possession game? But trying to extend this game as long as you can, it's sort of a tough situation, but St. Louis just trying to come up with a stop.
It is a tough call for St. Louis, especially when you have Jenna and Kelly as the 2 main ball handlers on the court. Both are great free throw shooters, and Kelly has been 8 for 8 from the line.
Harris, 50% free throw shooter on the year. And she has been 4 of 10 tonight from the charity stripe. This is a big free throw. Trying to make this a 2-score game. Harris missed it long. Rebound comes to St. Louis and a timeout.
Big rebound by Harris on that possession, but just couldn't get the free throws to fall.
And that standing here at UD Arena. The lead to inbound. Jayla Scaife into the game to defend. St. Louis down by 3, trying to go back-to-back as regular season champs. Dayton trying to get their first regular season title since 2013. Kemp to Valit, right side, gets banked in a 3. Wow, we're tied at 56. It wasn't pretty, but it was effective. And St. Louis trying to force overtime. 5th at St. Louis. And the Flyers, with 12.6 on the clock, will inbound into the front court. And it'll be Austria to throw it in. Burdette comes to get it. Jenna on the right side. Penetration. Lost it. Out of bounds. It'll be Dayton basketball, but they can go to the monitor. And we'll probably see the officials head to the scores table. Player for this situation, and Jackie Kemp.
Very important for Dayton to play solid defense without fouling. A foul will put St. Louis to the free throw line.
Jackie Bisek to inbound. Finds Kemp. Flyers lay off. Kemp gonna drive it. Gets stuck on the baseline. 2 seconds. Fadeaway 3. No, we're going to overtime. Oh my.
St. Louis 56.
What a way to have senior night other than to have 5 extra minutes on the
overtime. 56-56. Dayton scored just 2 points in the 4th quarter. They were 2 free throws from Jordan Wilmoth. Both these teams, not much left, and well, we got to fight to the finish. We need 5 extra minutes. Here's Sasha Gren-Allen working on Stepanovic with the hook. No. Ball out of bounds, and this is going to be Dayton. No, it'll be St. Louis basketball. So a bank in 3 is the reason why we're here. Sadie Stepanovic was able to drill one from the right side. And 56 all. Both these teams struggling to score in the fourth quarter. Our score in the fourth was 7-2. Stepanovic, baseline jumper, missed it long.
Dayton
Rebound,
struggling on the offensive end. Really need to push it and see if they can get something easy in transition.
Here's Austria, penetration on the right side. Back to Layfield. She'll go in there. Nice dump off to Grant Allen, and one. That is the first field goal for Dayton since the third quarter, and it's a big play as Layfield able to find Grant Allen. You see her on the finish, and she's looking for a three-point play here at the line.
What a great pass by Layfield. Not only just to drive to the basket, but she has been so aggressive this game and found Seisha to get the extra point.
Grant Allen on the season, a 67% free throw shooter. This is the free throw. Rebound St. Louis. For Grant Allen, as here's a long pass at the floor. Valit on the catch. First time these teams met. France wants a three. St. Louis for the lead. No. Rebound. Out of bounds. It'll be Dayton ball.
Dayton got very lucky on that possession, leaving a great three-point shooter in France wide open.
Grant Allen 10 and 14 when the Flyers beat St. Louis at St. Louis. Tonight, she's got 10 and 15, double-double. Here's Burdett on the drive. Austria, corner three. Huge shot! The senior drilled it from the near side, and Dayton with a 5-point lead.
Kelly with a great three-point shot on senior night. What a leader she is, packing the basket and really just stepping up for this Dayton team.
A travel by Jackie Bisek. Jenna Burdett on the dish. Kelly Austria, 16 points in the game to lead the Flyers. And Dayton with some separation. They didn't score a field goal in the fourth. They got two here in overtime. Austria with it on the left side. Handoff Burdett. Picked up by Kemp. Jenna finds Grant Allen on the roll. Dayton opening things up here in the fourth. Grant Allen with 12 points in the game, and the lead is 7. France.
Jenna having a great game. Just her presence as a floor leader, really controlling this Dayton team. She really puts a calming effect and slows everything down.
France with the miss. Grant Allen on the rebound, 12 and 16 for the senior from Hamilton, Ontario. Some kind of senior night for 0-0. Here's Harris on the back down, working on Jackie Bisek. Floater, no. Rebound long, comes out to Valit.
St. Louis really needs something on the offensive end.
What a block by Harris. Stepanovic thought she beat the defense down, but Harris saves the day. She's got 5 blocks now in the contest. And boy, look at this one, Andrea. Out of nowhere came number 11 for the White.
Just another great example of Alex using her athleticism and just making plays tough.
Valit, a huge three off a fantastic play on the inbounds. Valit has really kept St. Louis in this game. Fourth quarter and now here in overtime as she cuts the deficit to 4. Stepanovic on the steal, numbers the other way to the hoop with the left hand. No, it was Kemp who was contested by Grant Allen. Layfield on the drive, missed it. Both these teams, you can just see it out there, Andrea. They are winded. They've put everything into this game.
The pace is just like how it was in the first 3 quarters, up and down. We're really starting to see which team is better conditioned.
Flyers on a 7-0 run to start the quarter. Valit's threes made this a 4-point game. St. Louis trying to make this a 1-possession contest. On the drive, Kemp, a floater, no. Rebound, Burdett, loose ball, jump ball, and the arrow points to St. Louis. So a fresh 30 coming here for the Billikens.
Great hustle by Jenny to get that rebound. She was trying to call a timeout, but got the jump ball first.
Let's take another look at that three from Valit. Rattles it in, and a huge make. And here's France. Missed the triple. She's been ice cold after making her first 2 threes. She has missed her last 8 shots.
St. Louis looks like they're going to play a solid 19 seconds on this defensive possession instead of fouling.
63-59. Austria. Leading scorer for Dayton with 16.
Both
Finds
teams
Burdett,
just
8 to
winded
shoot.
right now.
Jenna to Harris. Powers up, was fouled. Well, Alex Harris has struggled from the line tonight, but you got to give the junior from Lorain, Ohio, a lot of credit for banging down low.
Even though she's had a tough night at the free throw line, just her presence to be able to get those fouls and put pressure on St. Louis is huge for this Dayton team.
Harris also trying to get a double-double. 8 points and 10 rebounds. Right now, 4 for 12 from the stripe. Harris has played an outstanding game, though. Doing it on the glass, doing it on the defensive end.
Defensively, she has really shown up huge just with her blocks and her rebounds.
Transfer from Penn State. Knocks that one in. So 9 points from Alex Harris. Overtime, 64-59. Regular season title at stake. Here's Kemp in the corner.
Big defensive possession for Dayton right here. A stop will have to make St. Louis to start fouling.
Stepanovic finds Kemp, 10 to shoot. This is Nelson in for the first time tonight. We got a foul, and this is going to be 2 shots for Aaron Nelson out of Baldwin, Missouri. Andrea, not many times do you see a player not play the entire game and then come in overtime, but Nelson able to get the line here. Flyer fans wanted to travel, but I think that is the right call.
Nelson to the free throw line. She is a great shooter.
Yeah, Nelson doesn't play much, but very capable of knocking in jumpers. Is on the season 13 of 29 from 3. That's 44%. 75% free throw shooter, misses the first.
I think right now St. Louis is just really looking for a spark to get some quick three-pointers to get back in this game.
And checking in for the Billikens, number 4, Perry McMahon.
McMahon back into the game. Nelson goes off, so offense for defense. 17 rebounds. That's 1 away from a career high. Christy Maciosi, another senior, comes in for the first time tonight.
Really trying to put great free throw shooters out in the court right now.
Here we got a foul by McMahon as Burdett goes to the stripe. Andrea, Jenna Burdett has not played since February the 1st. Are you surprised with the minutes and the way that she's been able to contribute here tonight?
She's really done a great job. Not playing for almost a month is really tough to come in here and play such a high-paced game with so much on the line. She's really taken the ball and taken control of this Dayton team.
Burdett has played 33 minutes, a huge make there. As Jenna has struggled in this game, but you can understand why. But knocking in a big free throw, and the junior from Coolville trying to make this a 6-point contest. Too strong. Rebound pulled down by St. Louis, and now Coach Stone for the Billikens will talk things over with her group.
Jenna playing 33 minutes is a great sign for Dayton go in hand.
So 5-point game. Flyers with 1 timeout left. St. Louis is out of timeouts. Both teams in the bonus. Possession arrow points to Dayton. St. Louis to inbound with Kemp. Finds Valit. Back to Kemp. Near side. This is Nelson to Kemp. Guarded by Layfield. Driving. Cut off by Layfield. Finds Valit. Missed the shot. Rebound Scaife. And no foul. So Jayla Scaife goes to the stripe on the other end. 0 for 2 here in the game from the foul line.
Free throws so critical in the last 21 seconds of this game to really put the game out of reach for St. Louis.
St. Louis is down by 10 in this game in the third quarter. Tied it late on a bank-in 3 from Sadie Stepanovic. But the Flyers knocking in free throws, trying to cut down the nets on senior night. Gitz comes back on.
Huge free throw coming up. This free throw would make this a 3-point, possession game right now.
Scaife misses, rebound, Gitz. Here's Kemp, inside of 20 seconds to play. Kemp, guarded by Austria. Finds Stefanovic. Correction, it's Gitz. Looking for Valit. She'll fire. Air ball. Rebound. Fought for. Out of bounds. A foul. They're going to call a foul on Jenna Burdett. And this will be 2 free throws. So,
big break for St. Louis to get that foul right there. 2 free throws with no time going off the clock.
Jenna Burdett not happy about that call, but I think the officials once again were spot on.
Both players just going after the ball. Jenna just trying to get that rebound to secure the win.
France knocks in the first free throw. She's in double figures now with 10. Knocks in the second free throw. Dayton with a timeout. Layfield able to run the baseline. They'll inbound quickly to Burdett. Jenna fouled, 5 seconds left in this game. And Dayton so close to an Atlantic 10 regular season title. And, well, Andrea, that's saying a lot, especially with the way this team started the season.
For sure. They had a really tough non-conference schedule that tested their character and their passion and really just, going through that and taking those losses and getting better. Coach Green has done a great job with his program and really turned it around in the A-10 schedule.
Jenna Burdett, another big free throw. 67-52 or 67-62. Christy Maciosi going to come in. Andy Sikovic also checks into the contest. And this is a nice touch as the seniors are going to be out there. I mean, depending on what happens in this game, the last time you're out on the floor here at UD Arena is for an Atlantic 10 regular season title.
It's a really special moment for these seniors to be out on the court for this.
Burdett with the make, 68-62. Kemp, long pass, France at the horn. Shot blocked by Maciosi. The Dayton Flyers are winners of the Atlantic 10 regular season. Shauna Green's group, a tough fourth quarter.